Let's speak now to Patty Culhane. She joins us from Washington, D.C. So first of all, Patty, can you just talk us through this ruling?
This is a civil ruling in an 8-member jury. This is the second time it's gone to a jury. The first was basically deadlocked. The jury told reporters they couldn't decide if it was the Army or this contractor, CACI, that was responsible for the abuse. We all remember those horrific pictures that came out of Abu Ghraib. This is really the first time, though, that an American jury has heard directly from 3 of the detainees that said they were beaten, electric shocked, sexually assaulted, put in stressful positions. One testified that he had a rope tied around his neck and was dragged through the prison. And we've seen just a handful really of the Army perpetrators. They were court-martialed. A couple spent time in prison. But this is the first time a civil jury has taken up the case. Now, it was filed in 2008, and for 15 years, this defense contractor, CACI, based in Virginia, really fought through the court system. Finally, it went to court. Again, one jury could not decide. Now, this jury, just within the last hour, has decided that these 3 detainees, and again, these are not the ones that we saw in those horrific pictures, but they did suffer, they claim, they testified similar abuse. They will be receiving $3 million in compensatory damages and $11 million in punitive damages. But given the company's track record in the courts, it seems almost certain that they will appeal.
And Patty, these are the only Abu Ghraib detainees that have managed to seek to find justice. Why is it that they are being tried against a civilian contractor and not the US Army itself?
It's very, very difficult to sue the U.S. military, and you just can't. There have been several federal laws that really hold them harmless in these sorts of cases. Now, do we expect that there'll be more potential lawsuits against this company? And again, CACI, they supplied the interrogators to the prison, and they said that, look, our people had very little contact. The argument from the plaintiffs was that they were complicit, and a report by a former 4-star general, I believe it was, he did a report on the abuse and said that this particular interrogator who worked for CACI lied about his conduct. So again, this is the very first time we are hearing from the detainees in the American legal system. Most likely will not be the last.
And the number of US soldiers were, however, convicted, weren't they, for their role in the abuse. What sentences did they get?
There was one that was, one I believe received a 3-year term and another a 10-year term, and about 17 officers and service members were discharged dishonorably. But again, this was believed to be very widespread abuse, and not very many people within the military have been held accountable. None of the civilian contractors were ever charged criminally with their conduct.
OK. Patty Culhane, many thanks indeed for bringing us more there from Washington, D.C.
Make sure to subscribe to our channel to get the latest news from Al Jazeera.